Okay, keep going. You want that one?
Thanks a lot.
It's all right. And you're going to...
Thank you so much. You're very kind.
You're most welcome. Ooh, what's this one? What's this one? Cheyenne.
And it's just beautiful. The vineyards around us, there's some lime trees there, there's some oysters.
Oysters.
As a little entree, and then there's some leeks with some salmon.
Wow, it's pretty gourmet, isn't it?
And some beetroots, roasted salmon.
Wow.
And
you got. Oh, this is my coffee here.
There's your
coffee.
coffee.
Wow, look at this.
Look at that, it's sugar granules.
Wow.
So Dad's not eating today, so we're going to make up for his not eating.
Started doing them already, and we're doing more and more as gestation period.
Second last day in Adelaide, and for me anyway, because I'm off back to Johannesburg on Thursday morning. We're in the wine centre, the National Wine Centre, or the Adelaide Wine Centre, and you'd think we were here to taste wines, and which we are. But a couple of things about the space where we're standing. First of all, behind us is a beautiful fired earth wall that you've used a really deep, rich colour, which is beautiful. And then they've combined the use of beautiful space with glass to let natural light in, and a bit of aluminium and steel for walkways. And then most remarkable, which Dad and I have just been talking about, is to your right, Dad. I hope that the light doesn't interfere with the camera, but there are beautiful beams that they have joined together, laminated together. And most impressive is that if you start down there and you work your way up, they've bent them. It doesn't look like too much of a curve down there, but when you make your way up and you follow it all the way to the top, you'll see how they've bent these beams. And they've done different bends and different curves according to the way the building's built. So as you make your way behind the camera now, you'll see that the beams are bent a little bit more. And then when you go behind you again to the center of the building, they have slightly less of a curve. And it honestly is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
It is such a beautiful space.
Wow.
And on the opposite side is a roof. You can just catch a glimpse of it if you look up here. I hope that's not too light. See if you can, there you go. So that there, of wooden panels in a sort of a diamond pattern. That they've done. So,
and that's a skylight which they can close off if it's too hot, I guess. They with those screens they can pull over.
It's a very special building.
It's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, very special.
We're in the National Wine Centre having a bit of a wine tasting. I've just been oriented by Ian. He's given me a bit of a talk about wines.
So we're having the Dandelion Vineyards Lion Heart of the Barossa. It's a Shiraz. It's called Dandelion Shiraz. And I've just been explaining to Dad about colour, about the legs, about the smell, and about the taste, which I'm surprised you've never done that before. It's a fascinating journey, and often people think, oh, you know, glass of wine, you're a drinker. Well, yes, but also, you know, it's all to do with taste and pairing of food, and as Dad said, mindfulness of food.
Yeah.
This is a plummy, raspberry, fruity, spicy wine, and it evolves from being fruity and sweet at the front of your mouth to a little bit more dry and spicy at the back, and a bit more of a lingering taste. So it's good.
It's a nice Shiraz. How would you rate it? It's
it's good. Out of 10, I'd give it a 7.5, a generous 7.5.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe even close to an 8. It's
Okay.
nice. It's really. I hate to use the word drinkable, because it's more than drinkable.
more interesting than just drinkable.
It's good.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, cheers.
So we're waiting for our cheese to arrive, and I've just spotted down there like a cellar down the bottom. And then remember we spoke about the amazing laminated wooden pillars going up there. You can see those there. I've brought Ian to Nano's Cafe in Ebenezer Place, which is just off Rundle Street in Adelaide. And this is where we have our weekly, it's called PC. It's philosophy club, and it's meant to be witty. You know, we're not really thinking philosophers. Just a group of retired academics and sometimes people who are currently working in the universities come and go, and we talk, we gossip, we tell jokes, and then occasionally talk about scientific developments that we've read in the papers or seen on the television. So it's lovely. It starts at 10:30, and you'll see it's 11 past 10. I bet you nobody will arrive until 11:45. That's the earliest. So I'm always I'm there on time. But I've modified that to my advantage because I write my diary. So I'll get to 10, and I've got half an hour, and I'll write my diary in the time and have a tea. And then they come, and then they arrive at different times. And it can go on until lunchtime, and 1 o'clock.
Oh, it's long.
Oh, it's just people come and go and chat. Sometimes today, Alan's away in South Africa, and the others might be teaching. So there might only be 2 other guys arrive today, the 2 surfy boys. So that's it.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I love it. Right at the front of the church in
St. Peter's
Cathedral in Adelaide, and most notable for me is that organ, which is very beautifully either restored or kept and is in incredibly good condition. You don't see a mini organ like that much anymore. That's a pretty little room.
Yeah. And there's the altar. That's a strangely modern Madonna there, isn't it? Pretty though. And then the altar with the cross, etc. And then I quite like that picture as well.
That's impressive.
No, that's impressive.
Stained glass windows.
Do you think that's Jesus walking with the cross?
Looks like it, yeah.
Looks like a girl. Anyway, quite feminine. And then going up to the windows, stained glass windows, which are not visible from the main cathedral, are they? They'd be this. Don't see those detailed windows.
Yeah. Somebody spent a whole lot of time painting
Oh,
there.
and then up to the roof.
Colonel?
Yeah,
Colonel
William.
William Light,
Yeah.
who designed Adelaide according to Dad, and then ended up in a jail in Mauritius.
No idea. And so he's pointing at the city behind Ian. That's the Adelaide Oval you can see there behind Ian. We didn't take any footage when we were there, did we?
No.
Anyway, so that's the new Adelaide Oval that everybody raves about.
I wasn't there last time.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah.
It was the old Adelaide Oval.
Yeah.
A bit of physical exercise. I must say I'll get a bit panty. We came up a hill on our... and then I discovered I had gears on the bike. I didn't realise it until then, so I was really pedaling.
No, I realised that first thing I looked for.
You were sneaky. And then we've hired these 2 push bikes from the city bike thing. You don't pay, you just leave them your driver's license number or something, and they supply the helmets and the whole biz. And they, I mean, you wouldn't actually own a bike like that because they're quite awkward to ride. But they're convenient. It's better than walking, because walking just takes so long, you know.
They're perfect for a window. Chicken with
you. Rusty footbridge. I'll just pan to show you the view. So looking over there, it's where it's the oval. And there's this thing called the Corporate Cup happening here, where these people in orange are sort of a fitness program for lunchtime work. You know, you take your lunchtime off and run.
Yeah.
Haven't we been just so fortunate with the weather?
Look at it.
It was supposed to be raining today.
Was it?
Yeah.
You brought your...
I brought my Macintosh and you went, no, I'm not taking that, you bastard. That's pretty cool. So it's pretty here. The zoo's over that way.
Yeah, it's been a good ride. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Except the one hill that might have made me palpitate a bit.
Well, that was the one hill, really.
That's true, there was the one hill. Pleasant. And it's a great way to see the Torrens, you know, along the river.
10 days ago, I arrived at this airport, having not seen you guys for a long time, and 10 days later, I'm leaving. It seems like just the other day. It's been a wonderful trip, so thank you.
Yeah, it's been a great pleasure having you. And it's the 27th, Thursday the 27th.
27th
of October 2016, and
ready there to haul back to South Africa, which might take a few hours, but yeah.
Going off to Sydney to change to the international flight and then off. Yeah.
So thank you to you, Dad, and thank you to Bev.
It's been a wonderful time. It's been a wonderful time. So Bev and I come to the airport to say goodbye, Ian's been up since 5.
Well, 5 local time. I'm not sure what time it is. It's night time in South Africa right now.
Yeah. And there's the old airport building, and we're at Terminal 23, just about to board. Arrivederci.
Grazie mille. See you later.
Ciao. No, the long goodbye. Hope you have a comfortable trip, Ian.